with kind of some stories, which I know is difficult. But my point being is, if it's every Tuesday they ticket the street sweeper comes, every Wednesday, like that's what it is on my block. Those kind of things. Down the bottom of the street, we have the card field, Fink's old place. Mark and Tom were kind enough, they painted, X's so they wouldn't park, so we couldn't get out. Tonight, trying to get out was a real adventure because he was out into the street. Tom and Mark had both told me that we should just call the police. My question is, maybe we could get them painted again, if the police maybe even could, I could ask Chief this question too, myself. Just come by once in a while and just, till they get the message. Because it's a daily occurrence, and it is dangerous getting out of Chester Pike.
Forever.
And the daycare center, it's the same issue. The gentleman that owns that building has owned it for a very long time. His father owned it originally. They own the property across the street, which the trash bin and everything really needs to be cleaned up. But it's the same thing, and they park. They're endangering themselves and their children too, the way they park, because they're out into Chester Pike. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's just those, I know it's those little things that I know seem kind of silly, but they all add up to people just, to me, Janice, you know how long I've lived in this borough, and you know how I feel about living here, and I never want to go anywhere else. But when the trash isn't picked up, it starts blowing around. And then people go, oh, it's just Darby. Do you know what I mean? I hate that. I hate it.
Maryann, we're going to go into executive session tonight and talk about recycling.
Okay, thank you. Again, I know I brought this up before, the parking on Main Street with the trolleys. It's not your fault, it's not SEPTA's fault, the people are just ignorant. And they park so the trolleys can't get by, and in all hours of the day and night, you hear that trolley horn. Could we maybe look at just leaving the cutouts for handicap? Because we do have parking lots, there are places for people to park.
On both sides.
I'd really like to see the campaign signs come down, because they're still a little painful for me.
Okay. No
and Mr. Garber, do you remember Mr. Garber that owned, the wall with that piece of ground there? If anybody knows anything, I've been talking to him a lot. He's really not doing very well. He had a stroke. He's up in New York. He's trying to sell the property.
Mr. Garber,
Mr. Garber, that owns the Woolworths and others. Yeah, all those properties. Yeah, he's up in years. He's lost his wife. He calls once in a while. I did give him a realtor that I know that is very honest. But if anybody knows, I do have his contact number. Maybe the borough could keep it for park, I don't know. Just want to let you know. And I also want to let you know that I only lost by 80 votes, and I'm still willing to be tax collector, which is a job I love.
Okay. Thank you, Maryann.